Hi everyone. First of all, let me start the introduction. The term of management refers to the administration and coordination of business operation in order to achieve its identified goals, priorities, and objectives. There are a lot of pioneer in scientific management theory that we can learn, which is Frederick Winslow Tyler, Henry Gunn, Henry Fayol, Mary Parker Follett, and Max Weber, which contribute the administration management nowadays.
Henry Fayol was born in Istanbul in 1841. When he was 19, he began working as an engineer for a hard mining business in France. In modern management concept, he is most influential because he is considered the best contributor, even though people don't often refer to the 14 principles. Among the 14 principles introduced by him is the number 1, division of work, number 2, authority and responsibility, number 3, discipline, number 4, unity of common, number 5, unity of direction, number 6, subordination of individual to general interest, number 7, remuneration, number 8, centralization, number 9, scala change, number 10, order, number 11, equity, number 12, stability of tenure of personnel, number 13, initiative, and the last one, esprit de corps. Next, Henry Fayol, today context and example. Even in current times, Henry Fayol impact cannot be overlooked. His contribution to the management component are essential in a variety of ways. Forecasting and planning are examples as organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. Even in today's management, these features have become a point of reference. This is still the case today, and corporations utilize it to anticipate predicted revenue growth. It has been further improved through fostering tight relationship. Next, advantage and disadvantage. Advantage number 1, the principal help organization maintain a stable organization structure. Number 2, they stress collaboration and team spirit rather than individual employers. Number 3, the principal think that employers should be fair compensated. Okay, for disadvantage, number 1, the 14 principles are exclusive based on fair personal management experience. Number 2, the idea overlook the most crucial part of any firm, namely the consumer and their pleasure. Number 3, the structure is out of date.
Henry Gunn was born into a family of prosperous farmers in Maryland in 1891. His early years, however, were marked by some deprivation as the Civil War brought about change to the family fortunes. He graduated from Johns Hopkins College in 1818 and was a teacher before becoming a journeyman in 1884. Next is Henry Gunn approach in today's context. First is Gantt chart. To date, Gantt charts has been adopted. Gantt charts provide graphical table for planning and handling work and record progress toward the project stage. The Gantt charts also has modern variation, program evaluation, and survey techniques. Next is industrial competence. Industrial competence can only be achieved through the application of scientific analysis to all aspects of ongoing work. The role of industry management is very important because to improve the system by eliminating opportunities and accidents. This technique has been widely used by factories to ensure the safety of workers. Third is task and bonus system. Henry Gunn associates bonuses paid to employees with managers evaluating their employees for improving performance. The majority of companies around the world have given bonuses to their employees according to their level of employment. Advantage and disadvantage Henry Gunn. The advantage of Gantt chart is their graphical overview. Entrepreneurs are already quite familiar with the graphical representation of project timeline charts and Gantt project milestone, and they love the fact that they can clearly identify project steps. Since tasks are often represented by a series of different color bars, project management team members can identify their jobs in a project at a glance. The disadvantage of Gantt charts are related to task dependencies. While project manager describe tasks in a project, sometimes they want to show how tasks are interdependent with each other. Unfortunately, the Gantt chart format does not allow this to solve such problem. The project manager can illustrate any task-related constraint by editing vertical lines, but this limited solution does not provide enough information about key dependencies and does not allow the project manager to validate those dependencies.
Mary Parker Follett was born in 3 September 1868 in Quincy, US. She is an American author and sociologist. Mary Parker entered the Society for the College Instruction of Women at Harvard. She published her first book, The Speaker of the House of Representatives, at 1896. and the people call her is mother of modern management. Follett major concept have four, which is constructive conflict, it have dominance, compromise and integration. Second is coordination, it have direct contract, early stage and reciprocal relationship. The third measure is power, authority and control, and the lastly is leadership. Next is viewpoint approach and examples. Mary Parker Follett is well known in management theory for her humanistic and socially fair approach to the corporate management system and conflict solution. Follett built a classical management idea to provide the foundation of many of today's management theories. For example, many of future are also incorporated, particularly in the area of human relation and organizational structure. She described administration as the art of people making things. Taylor's thesis was the employees and employers share a common objective as members of the same company, but the artificial distinction between manager and subordinate collected the natural link. Advantage and disadvantage. The advantage is increased efficiency of communication between employees and manager. Number 2, prioritize collaboration. Number 3, focus on teamwork. And disadvantage is not a specific theory of strategies. Second is doesn't always work. Third is lack of discipline. Lastly, will not be effective in today's larger companies and franchises.
Frederick Winslow Taylor. Frederick Winslow Taylor was born March 20, 1856 and he died March 21, 1915 at Germantown. His life expectancy was 59 years. He was a well-known American mechanical engineer. He was also one of the first management consultants. Taylor used his competency technique by producing a book entitled The Principle of Scientific Management, published in 1911. Taylor next was the son of a lawyer named Franklin Taylor. Taylor's mother, Emily Annett, she is a spirit extinguisher and a College of Lucretia Mott. 4 Principles of Scientific Management. Number 1, develop a science of work. Number 2, scientific selection and training. Number 3, educate workers and managers in the benefit of scientific management. Number 4, specialization and collaboration between workers and managers. Context and example. Increased productivity is one of the most significant contributions of scientific management in today's organization. An example, break down each work into the smallest action and translate them into specific process that must be followed in order to finish the work. Next, advantage. Number 1, proper method of worker selection and training. Number 2, better working condition. Number 3, instruction to workers. Number 4, lesser production time. Number 5, improved resources utilization. Number 6, better quality goods. Number 7, advantage of division of labor. Number 8, avoid of labor management disputes. Number 9, increase salaries. And number 10, profit for owner and investor. Disadvantage, expensive. Number 2, unsuitable for small business. Number 3, the employer's ration. Number 4, individual initiative is lost. Number 5, employer speeding up.
Max Weber, who developed bureaucracy theory, is a sociologist. He underlined the hierarchy of control and administration. Bureaucracy can be defined as a term in the area of socio-economics and policy, making which refer to the way legal laws are enforced in a institution and implemented. Viewpoint of approach on today's content. Max Weber both prioritized structure of an organization. Their ideas show that structure is important and without it an organization function is limited. Administration is a process that should be applied on level of an organization. This concept is vastly used by all successful organizations in today's era. There are some changes that have been made. The idea of the theory is applied accordingly. One idea of Max is creating a hierarchy might seem to many leaders in one organization, but this idea is further developed and applied in many organizations today. Max Weber related examples. Bureaucracy exists throughout the sector, especially the business sector. Bureaucracy, a particular form of organization determined by complexity, division of labor, permanence, professional management, coordination and control of the hierarchy, and legal authority. It is different from informal organization and college. The advantage is that it encourages specialization because the main focus of bureaucracy is skills. There is a public motivation to acquire skill in a particular sector. The goal of the employee is to achieve the highest position in that skill in order to obtain the best potential personal outcome. The disadvantage is that it is difficult to set high moral in the bureaucracy. If there is no vision or purpose to do something, it may be difficult to maintain the same pattern. Bureaucracy fosters an appreciation for the way work is organized rather than the quality of getting a job done. This depends moral because the one goals take precedence over the goals of a bureaucratic framework.
In conclusion, management is a science and art that have developed over time. The new management is inexorably connected to the previous management. As a result, it is important for the first research management history in order to have a better understanding of management. Furthermore, new management theory as a base of previous theory. It is important for managers and management students to research management history for a critical standpoint. Thank you.